bench to relieve Will Minton. So get your good key forwards in a position to score.
Yo searching up. He's prepared to have a couple of bounces and then keep on going some more. So Elliot Yeo, the former Lion, has got beyond the wing into half forward. And now Gaff, who can stride out as well. Kicks it for Wellingham. He gets into the right place. Brilliant stuff from the Eagles.
And he's got enormous pace, and great to see him backing it in.
190 centimetres too, you know, running half back.
It's a great pickup, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big loss too for the Brisbane Lions. Liberatore, they flick the ball around off half back. Still the mantra is handball. I'm sure they, as Jared said, they'd like to be kicking more. Cooney, and he forced a handball. Stevens, Hunter, they're just handballing themselves into trouble at the moment. The turnover seemed inevitable, and it has not quite come yet completely. Dalehouse in there scrapping hard. Now it's into the Eagles' hands. Hearn for Glass to Selwood. His options dried up quickly, and it wasn't a great kick.
Look out for the rebound here.
Yeah, McKenzie gave, knowing that it was going to come back. He might get it again, McKenzie. And now Lacroix. McKenzie wants it one more time, but no, Lacroix trying to hit the target. It just hasn't been his day so far, Kennedy. He's been a good target for them, but hasn't been able to drag too many down. Pritis, waiting. McKenzie's kept on coming, and he's 100th. Might have got a bit disorientated in the forward 50. Again, it's just handball is the best that the Dogs can do via Liberatore. Rosa was pinned, did well though. Bennell was able to work it back into safe hands of Shuey, and then the kick hammered into the 50.
Well, it's just
this man's been everywhere, hasn't it?
It's just the movement of their midfielders and the forwards.
So Mark Lacroix from 35 metres out to extend the lead into the 40s. He's put it through.
Murphy looks like he's making some...
The high ball, as you said.
No, it's just playing into the West Coast Eagles. Hill haven't scored a goal from a stoppage yet, the Bulldogs.
Dalehouse scrambled it back to half forward. Hearn wasn't going to let Dixon come at and intervene. And now Hearn's
too easy.
Striding away, full of confidence. Natanui playing in front, testing Roughhead. They're flicking it around, they're running, they've got power from Shuey. Covers the ground, big strong kick at goal. Arms are raised around Patterson Stadium.
Just going back to a comment I made in the second quarter about the tallest full forward line in the history of the game. At one stage there were three blokes across the half forward line, the full forward line: Natanui, Sinclair and Kennedy. I'll challenge you to find me a taller one, Spud.
I think you're... I don't even have to look, Jared. I'm looking at it.
I think when Madden, maybe Van der Haar was
and
playing.
Salmon.
It was both Maddens at one stage, wasn't there?
I don't think they were playing in the same full forward line.
McKenzie striding out. What about this for a venture? For Eric McKenzie. He's meant to be a defender. And Kennedy.
Well, eventually the weight of numbers is going to hurt Dale Morris, and it was an errant kick in here. No one could read that kick from McKenzie.
And that's the quickest shot for goal I've ever seen from Kennedy. It's a ripper. Can't take the momentum anywhere. Keeps on coming, does Jan Siracusa. Finds
a bit of build-up.
And again. And then the left foot release kick is high. Stringer tried to back hard in, but he's immovable when it matters. Here's Glass.
No, the kick just had to go to grass. It went over the back of Stringer then, unfortunately. He just had to delay the kick so Stringer could run onto it. So the high ball is really going to suit Glass on young Jake Stringer.
That's why you'd like to see Minson resting, if you like, at full forward.
Here's Gaff stretching out. Natanui bolting back to the square. The setup was complete, and the Eagles just had to synchronise plans. In the end, it was Lacroix
that was good courage.
Got there first. As Gaff takes the mark and gives it to Shuey. Looks ominous when he's got the footy.
Yeah, he's just getting a little bit of work done now, Hutto, so I think he'll be okay though.
And the Eagles quickly into attack. Cripps kicked a couple of goals in the first quarter. Kennedy wants it high and long. Perfect spot. And again, they just aren't going his way today. Just not able to hold on when it's mattered.
Good body spoil though from Morris. He put some real good body pressure on just at the right time to make sure Kennedy did fumble the ball on impact.
Dangerous old kick from Liberatore. Now they wobble their way back. Through Alice to the square. They come from each side. Shuey!
Hey.
Oh, what about that? Out of the air from Luke Shuey.
What a magnificent goal to kick his second. That is a highlight. That's
Gaff. Now it's Minson. 10 seconds to go. Liberatore coughs it up under severe pressure from the Eagles. And real bottleneck on the 50. Siren sounds to end another productive quarter by the West Coast Eagles. And they lead by 51 points at the last. 13-6, 84 to the Western Bulldogs, 5-3, 33. It's going to be a tough challenge for any side this year to head west and take on the Eagles.
Going, and there's young Dom.
straight into the midfield.
He's a talented player. Keep your eye on him over the next 30-odd minutes.
Luke Shuey there with the red vest.
This is the one thing West Coast have done well tonight. They brought both ruckmen up into the ball up, which completely empties out their forward line.
Both forward lines pretty much with only 2 players in it. We're going to see them in action now as far as the Eagles are concerned. Darling trying to hold off Wood, just too high, I think.
Too tall and too strong, that's what it is, Hutto.
They kicked the first goal of the match about a minute into the opening term, and it really hasn't slowed down for the West Coast Eagles since, as Darling slots another. Desired spot. LaCroix will come sliding in there. Pickham was able to withstand that pressure. Now confronted by Darling, so no escape really for the Dogs. Hurried ball back to the wing. Alice was in good nick, just flicked it up, almost a throw.
Good speed here.
And now look at him break away and get everyone excited here at Patterson's. He chips it into the space. There's a fair bit going on off the ball as well. Sinclair's a big bloke. And he's got some skill, we've seen that so far. On this occasion, it's a minor.
But it's a couple of opportunities he's missed, and as I said, he's in a cutthroat battle to keep his spot with Scott Lyle's set, and that's a drop mark at the other end of the ground, that goal. But shows enormous potential.
Oh, well done, Darling. Look at this.
And straight over to Kennedy.
Great goal, Darling.
They'll all go back to where it started.
Mark that one down again to the land of the Giants spot. Another rebound goal out of a kick in from the opposition.
Gave it straight back to Murphy. Campbell's the target. Tries to lean into Glass. Glass wouldn't be denied though. Got to the right spot as he has so many times.
He's a beauty. He's a beauty.
And gets away with it again.
Josh Hill is not in this side. They've rebalanced it up, and I suspect he's lost his spot to the back pocket because they've pushed LaCroix into that forward pocket position, and that's Hills.
And they've got that extra
tonight, Hill.
And they've got that extra midfielder going through there as well. Cripps, Shuey.
Sinclair. Oh, Darling again.
Too big.
Just ruthless, the Eagles at the moment. 14 disposals, 2 goals. So much help and care for his teammates. Darling puts it through for a third. They are very, very ominous. Morris coming away with it through Pickett now. And on to Goods. And Eastonwood. He's got John Siracusa. McKenzie's
killing it. He's reading it like the proverbial book. He's beating his man. He's beating 3 or 4 others.
Sharing it around. LaCroix on the brink of the 50. Could have had a couple of options. One of them was Wellingham. And he's cranked it up again. This is the Eagles of old.
But just take note, Spot. I know it's a difficult job that you've got as an All-Australian selector, but Eric McKenzie was one of the stiffest of them all last year. He was quite superb in a year where the Eagles were ordinary. He was quite magnificent at various stages of the year.
He takes the number 1 attacker.
He does, and you can see there, though, on today's performance, he does more than just stop.
Boundary throw in. Eagles leading by 64. Cox gets it down. Selwood tries to kick it out of hands, and
that's
great play.
And LaCroix can stroll in for his 4th. It's a half back, and there's Eric McKenzie. What a wonderful 100th game he's had.
Magnificent display.
25 years of age, really coming to the prime of his career. And I know that they'll want Darren Glass to hang on for as long as possible.
The height factor again here. This will go to Darling.
But Darling for his 4th goal. He's made an outstanding start to season 2014.
Liam Jones played really well Friday night, so he's another guy that'll be looking for a call-up next week.
Vincent got it down, but Marston kicked the goal when it counted. Another one to the Eagles. Commentators were struggling under the strain, weren't they?
Not a lot of defensive running at this stage, but here's Nat Nui, gets the ball down, and Marston gets himself another goal.
Long-time supporter Mick Malthouse has come back into the fold of the West Coast Eagles as well.
Natanui gives everyone a bit of a run at that. Kennedy was licking the lips, just couldn't quite get there. Morris slapped it away, not far enough. Lacroix is the star again.
Getting some feedback now from the assistants. Giving a pretty concise message. It's all the Eagles tonight, Hutto.
It's all the Eagles that it was all day. It started with a goal out of the middle with some magic to Nick Natanui, and it's ended with a 65-point margin, and it's all positive for the West Coast Eagles. Unfortunately, not the ending for Robert Murphy, who's been a great of the Dogs, 250th game today. There's some pain for him, but a wonderful performance both from him and during his career for his club. He's given his all, and I'm sure the Dogs will be bitterly disappointed that they couldn't salute for him. But the Eagles have sent a warning to the competition. They will not be easy beats this season, and they are going to be a very good team from what we've seen so far.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Mark McCarr. I'm sure Herney just walked past me and said, it's about time we got a backman into it. But, mate, forwards, we kick goals, 5 goals tonight. You'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, mate, it's a good night. Obviously good to get a decent win on the board. Bungers always complain about not getting enough attention, so don't worry about that.
We're the money men down here, mate. Let's talk about the forward line pressure tonight. It seemed like the Eagles evolved. It seems like it's something that you guys really spoke about over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a focus of ours. It's something we've worked on all summer. I think we did it really well tonight and over the pre-season, so hopefully we can carry it on into the rest of the year.
Talk about the new coach, Adam Simpson. What's he brought to the group?
Mate, Simo's a ripper. He's obviously just a great bloke. Brought us really close together. For a new coach, I think it's really special that he's come in. Everyone's really tight and just enjoying our footy. It's a really fun place to be at the moment, so mate, he's doing a great job.
Mark, fantastic start to the year. I'm going to let you go because it looks like you boys are going to do a bit of guard honor for Bob.
Yeah, no, well done to Bobby Murphy for playing 250, mate. Awesome effort.
Good on you, mate.
It's a great gesture, isn't it?
He's got a fair way to go, the car.
No, it's a great gesture from the West Coast Eagles. They're excited with their win, but that's what makes football so great.
Well, I think we do it so well. I know with retirements now, with milestones, the game is celebrated, and the lives and the families are all celebrated so well.
It started with Silvani way back in the day. I think when he played his 300th, and I think players have picked up on that. So, whether you win, lose or draw, and I think that's what makes our game so great. He'd be bitterly disappointed, but what a fantastic career. I think he'll reflect on, not tonight, but his whole 250 games with his family and his teammates.
Yeah, Dean Coxie, mate, fantastic start to the year. You must have been extremely disappointed with how last year went, so to get off to a good start was pretty important for you guys.
Yeah, it was. We lost a lot of home games last year, and we wanted to make sure that this didn't happen again, obviously starting tonight. So the boys are trained really hard, adhered to what Simo's come and put in front of us, and worked really hard. So 1 for 1 and plenty of work to do.
Well, speaking of Simo, I mean, you played 174 games now. You only had the one coach your whole career. You finally get that new message. How is it listening to a guy for the first time?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, I suppose. It's been great, not only for myself, but for players that have been at the club for 6, 7, 8 years. So we've got a whole new coaching staff, which has been really good so far, and working through a lot of things. So hopefully a lot more wins to come.
Mate, fantastic start to the year. Good luck for the rest of the way. Well done.
Thanks very much, mate.